Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Keith. Hi, Root Beer.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Man, we're getting the band back together today.
How you been?
Season 4. Should we just start season 5 today?
Let's go.
Yeah, season 5, episode 1.
That sounds
It's
good.
going to be a quick season, though.
Why?
Well, boat goes in the water in a month.
I know. And not really a month, more like 6-8 weeks.
We
6
should do
weeks.
it from the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen for sure.
Yeah, but I think it would be dangerous with all this equipment, though. Get it
We'll
if we
be
got it
fine.
wet.
No, we'll
be
do the
fine.
travel mics.
They have travel mics?
Yeah.
Do we have those?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You've used them.
I have.
Yes.
I
They
need
go on my
those.
shirt?
Yes.
Why can't we use those for the podcast? Solve this whole situation.
We could.
Yeah?
I like the way these sound.
They sound better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to wear the travel mics in the office.
On the daily?
Doing like day to day.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a lot of cutting for
I
root
would-
beer. Anyway, so what's going on, Keith? Like, where have you been the last month?
Where have I been, Danny? We've been all over the place.
Where'd we go? Anything happen?
Let's see. I've been to Framingham.
Okay, how was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Framingham's a nice town.
Yeah. What were you out there for?
It's just, a hockey game.
Yeah. Important one?
Yeah, some say it's important, some don't, but I
Yeah.
say it's very important.
Yeah, me too.
They're all important.
Where else did you go?
From Framingham, we took a little ride to, was it the Garden?
I think it was,
Was
yeah.
it that Boston?
Yeah.
Went to Boston Garden.
Yeah.
The
See anything new on the set?
set.
This set, our set here.
Look, look at that picture.
Wow.
Danny, what is that picture, Danny?
That's a picture from a couple Sundays ago, buddy, when we won our second state championship.
Back to back?
Yeah, back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a
Thank you,
great-
Root Beer.
Great shot.
Yep. Yeah. That's Craigie in the middle. I don't know how he got in the middle. Me on the right and you on the left.
That is me in the left.
Just like today.
Yep.
If Craigie was here, he'd be sitting right there.
Yeah.
We can't get him on the show, though.
No.
So for those that don't know, and I mean, all of our listeners probably know at this point, right, Root Beer?
Right.
Yeah. Duxbury girls high school hockey won another state championship.
We did, Danny.
Yep.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Hell of a run.
Yeah. Gonna get some sweatshirts made.
Yeah, we are.
So
Are
if
you
you want,
really?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have my sweatshirt on right now. Can you see it?
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's old.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
old news.
Last year's sweatshirt I have on, and I'm gonna get a new sweatshirt for this year's state championship game. So that's where we've been. So for all of our listeners that have been wondering where we are, that's where we've been. We didn't have time or don't have time to find guests and prepare for the podcast when we're preparing for the state tournament games, which starts. I think they started February 29th this year, and culminated with a victory at the TD Garden on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. So for that period, I think the last time we did a podcast was the week before that, I want to say. So we've been out about 4 weeks. Because
Not out of the office working, but out of the podcast room.
yeah, I mean, our brain has been consumed by high school girls.
I've never seen anything like it.
Well, let's rephrase
Girl,
it.
hockey.
Hockey.
High school girls hockey. Sorry.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I know. She didn't, though.
No, but I've never seen you guys so preoccupied.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even last year?
Yeah.
It was noticeable this year.
It was noticeable this year.
It's a very different emotion this year, I would say, than last year. Last year was elation.
We got there. We were happy to get there.
But the winning it was elation and like almost a feeling of being like unbelievable that we climbed the mountain. And then this year was almost relief.
Yeah, I think so too. I think going into the game, we had a pretty good feeling of where we were, how we were going to do. It was whether we were going to actually execute. So I think that pressure for this year's game was a lot more than last year, I think, for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see it. You were very animated all year behind the bench.
Well,
I felt
it's some coaches had different techniques
Yeah.
to motivate their players. For me, I need to get on their level. So if they're not fired up, ready to go, I'll be fired up trying to fire them
So
up.
you need to get them on your level,
Yeah.
which was
Because
fired up all year long.
Well, it's easy to take a shift off in the state tournament run. You can't take a shift
That's
off.
right.
You got to go hard every shift.
So we won it. A lot of great girls. Very excited. And we're going to get another banner at the Bog. So if anybody wants to come down to the Bog Ice Arena and see one of our 6 banners now the program has, 2 that we've won and 4 from a prior generation. We're going to get another trip to the State House.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to get another trip to the State House, and we're going to get another ring. So we'll have 2 rings.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Iced out.
Yeah, iced out.
This year's gonna be nice.
Yeah, we're gonna when they come in, I'll wear them on the podcast so everybody can see them. But as you can see, regular podcast listeners, we do not have a guest here today, and that's because we were lazy and couldn't find one. So here's what I ask of our listeners: if you want to be on the podcast, reach out. And we'll put you through the vetting system, and you may or may not be able to come on. But
shoot your shot.
Yeah, shoot your shot. Slide into my DMs and shoot your shot.
I'm gonna need headshots in like a 30-second demo.
Yeah. Oh no, really?
Yeah. Well, it's just
How did I? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can say headshots, but that's okay.
Email that to Keith@crowdlending.com.
I would love to see those.
Yeah, shoot your shot. As Root Beer says. But so we have to do our obligatory by the numbers, Keithies, because crowd lending pays for all this stuff. So let's talk about crowd lending for a little bit. For those that don't know, crowd lending is a hard money lender in the state of Massachusetts and the surrounding areas.
Danny, what is a hard money lender?
A hard money lender is a little alternative to a bank, Keith, and essentially we provide financing to gentlemen and ladies that are doing fix and flips or condo conversions without sort of the red tape of a bank and with a little bit more speed and efficiency and hands-on treatment from your lender.
So we're a service-oriented company.
We very much are, and we're a little bit more pricey than your bank. Although with the rates where they are, we're not double like they used to be. But for that, you get speed, you get efficiency, you get service, and we're cheaper than bringing in a capital provider that would take half your profit.
Cool.
For all you guys that are doing fix and flips out there, give us a call. Call Keith. Send him an email with your picture though, because that's a requirement apparently.
In a 30-second demo.
So by the numbers, let's go.
By the numbers, month to date.
Stop bumping the table. You're going to knock over the new picture.
I'm not used to sitting here. I'm used to being in the corner or hidden. I'm not really in the spotlight that much, especially when I'm around you.
Is that because the spotlight naturally shines on me or because I go out and grab it?
A little bit of both, probably.
Yeah. Which way do I? You know where I'm going with that? I'm going to take it as a compliment.
Yep, you should.
I'm going to take it as a compliment.
Okay, so month to date, month of
March.
Yeah, March.
Ides of March.
Total loan amount.
Do you know what the Ides of March came from?
Is that Caesar? Yeah.
So the Ides of March is also St. Patrick's Day. It's March 17th, and it was a date on the Roman calendar where all debts had to be paid. The Ides of March.
It's kind of like.
And if you didn't, they put you in the thing with the gladiators and off with your head.
April 15th with tax day. A little bit different, but same. Anyway, March, February.
It's not the same at all.
It's close though. Total loan amount for March was $9.1 million.
That's low.
It is low, but total loans were 11.
Okay, good number. Good number.
Good number there. Rehab costs are about $200 million.
Okay.
I'm sorry, $2 million.
$2 million.
Year to date.
Yeah.
You want to take some guesses, or are you?
I'm gonna say $35 million.
Did you talk to Madison?
No, but I did the math and I know the numbers because that's my business.
How many units?
1682.
How many?
9 or 5, 10.
Now, how many total loans? Let me dumb it down for you.
46ers, 8. I don't know.
40 loans.
Okay, 40 loans.
And rehab is around $14 million.
So that's pretty good.
Great so far.
Yeah, puts us right near the top of the market. We're trying to grow the brand. So again, if you're doing fix and flips or condo conversions, or you're interested in originating loans and you know some people in the real estate market, give us a call. At what's our number? 1-800-CROWD-LENDING. That's not our number.
We have that number. We should get that number.
I think that you could have. There'd be way too many numbers. You can only have 7 letters.
Letters?
What would it be? If you could only have 7 letters.
Crowd.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Crowd RE. That'd be 7.
It's 1-800-975-1260.
1260.
Don't rhyme or reason.
No.
No.
Which should be like 1-800-888-FLIP.
Ooh.
You right? Boom. Boom. Shaka laka. So give us a call at the number that, not 1-800-888-FLIP, although that should be our number, at the number that Root Bear just gave, which is what?
1-800-975-1260.
Yeah. We also have investment opportunities if you want to invest with the company. We'll send you to somebody else for that, though. Okay. So we have no guest,
No.
but I've been thinking about this a lot because I knew we weren't going to have a guest because we're all lazy and preoccupied. So what I did was what I was thinking we would talk about a little bit, and I want to get into some other stuff before this, but the theme of the show is going to be nudges in other people's lives that either I'm watching while I'm on my elliptical or in songs or things like that. Because what I want to get people thinking about is what were the nudges in your life? Like what were, and I think we do that, but it's important to note that I think everybody has them. But the first thing I want to talk about is something that bothers me. Keith, put your phone down, please.
Sorry, business. Big deal coming.
Does it bother you when someone's telling you a story and then like halfway through they say, long story short, or the long and the short of it?
The phrase?
Yeah.
Those phrases?
Like they're talking.
No, I'm thrilled.
Or is it like...
Get
Because
to
you
the
think
point.
it's getting to the end.
Yeah.
But usually when they say that, they've already gone on for too long.
Right.
Like, I don't like it. It's like when someone says, to be honest with you, or,
You hate that.
What's the other one you don't like? You don't like...
to tell you the truth. To tell you the truth.
Can I tell you the truth? Or can I play devil's advocate?
Devil's advocate.
You don't
Oh my
like that one?
God.
Drives me crazy.
That
Just
drives me
say what you got to say.
crazy.
To play devil's advocate. No, you're on the other side of the argument,
That drives me crazy.
right?
Devil's
I say it
advocate.
constantly.
I know you do, because you just to aggravate me. So, long story short.
Well, let me play devil's advocate with that one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Anyway, I just wanted to point that out because that drives me crazy. Does it bother you?
No.
Long story short doesn't bother you?
No.
The long and the short of it?
Normally, I would have checked out of a long story anyway. I'm not listening.
You're not listening.
Yeah.
You're done listening.
Done.
Mentally, you're elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm out.
So I'm on the elliptical now, okay, and I'm doing
I saw.
yeah.
Oh, we all saw.
Why is that a big deal?
Close the door.
It's wacky.
No one wants to see your chicken legs going up and down the elliptical.
Or listening to your tour.
Okay, so just to paint the picture here for my listeners
I
out
think
there,
we
for our
just
listeners.
did.
There's a gym in the back of the office, okay, and there's a door on the gym, and I didn't shut the door one time today, and I'm getting murdered because of it because I'm on the elliptical.
Huffing and puffing.
I'm not huffing and puffing. I'm at a 5 or a 6 like the guy tells me to be. Okay, that means I can hold a conversation while I'm walking. Okay, I'm at a 5 or a 6. Okay, just like Lydia Brady told me to be. Okay, I follow my instructor. Okay?
Yep.
So anyway, I'm on an 18-pot I'm on an 18-pot walk to base camp in Everest. Okay? And I'm going through all these little villages, and the craziest thing is that these guys and women, men and women, there's 3 tour. I got a Sherpa with me. I got a Sherpa with me.
He's with you on the walk?
Yeah,
he
he's there
carrying
carrying my
you?
stuff. Yeah. You didn't see him when I left the
No.
door open?
Wait, I didn't see the Sherpa.
You didn't see the Sherpa behind me carrying my water?
I did get a text message asking, Keith, do we have any weighted vests?
Well, I wanted to make it like real, because they got to carry stuff up to the base camp because that's what they got to eat and
You
drink.
could just grab your backpack.
It's not very heavy. There's not much in that backpack. So they climb. Apparently, there's like a practice mountain out there.
Oh.
Called the Ama de Blam.
What is it?
Ama de Blam. AMA.
Yep.
DA.
Mm-hmm.
BLAM. Ama de Blam.
You nailed that one.
And by the way, I Googled it, and that's exactly how you spell it.
Just said you nailed it.
Ama de Blam. All right, and this woman's name is Lydia Brady. Okay, and Lydia, this is a little nudge in Lydia's life that I learned about in my walk with her. Okay, Lydia said that as a child, she was not a very athletic girl. In fact, she like when there was like gym class or whatever. She was from Sweden, I think, or somewhere, Europe. She's Europe, and she didn't go to gym class. Like stood on the side, and she was a bookworm. That's self-proclaimed bookworm. I'm not making fun of bookworms because there's nothing wrong with being a bookworm. Okay, for the record. But she said she is not an athlete, and her mother, in order to get her out of the house and away from the books every once in a while, sent her to climbing camp at like 12 or 13 years old. And two things struck me that I thought were very interesting. I don't know where you think I'm going because Keithy just gave me that look like, be careful what you're about to say.
I was just going to say, let me guess, one of them's climbing camp?
Yeah. But not in the way that you think. I mean, obviously it's a bunch of nerds that go to climbing camp, right? We know that. Okay. But Europeans, have you ever heard of anybody going to climbing camp in America?
No.
Anybody in your life ever go to climbing camp?
No.
The Europeans are so much broader in their spectrum of activities than we are. Like if we were going to do that, we'd send the kid to, camp and he'd go swimming and shoot a bow and arrow, right? He might, do some pottery. Like, no, you're going to go to climbing camp. Now, she had never climbed before, and it completely changed her life. She then went off to university, which was college over there. For you guys that don't know, they call it university, which I think is way better than college. I'm going to university, right? It sounds so
Well, the way you, yeah.
Prestigious.
prestigious, right?
Well, the accent helped too.
Did I do all right with the university? Yeah. So she goes to university and she graduates, and she has been climbing mountains ever since. Now she's probably, if she's 50 if she's a day. So she's been climbing her whole life. Think about that nudge in her life. It completely changed her life. She went from a non-athletic bookworm to an outdoors woman who's climbed Everest, I think, a dozen times. She leads tours to Everest, and now she's an iFit athlete. Pretty neat. Pretty neat little nudge by the mother. Now, she tells a story about being on this Ama de Blam mountain. Okay, this is the practice mountain. Practice. And she's up there with one other person. She's not like a kid at this time. She's like, I think she said she was 21 or 22 years old. And they get caught in an avalanche. They then proceed to get caught in a series of avalanches, like 4 avalanches, to the point where they have to climb up and they're hiding underneath like an ice overhang. They've dug snow like caves that they lie in. I guess that's what you do. You like dig out the snow and you slide in there, and it's the body heat will like make it warmer in there, and that's how you survive. But when she was in there, she got stuck in another avalanche, got buried alive. The guy that she was with somehow finds her. They don't have any avalanche beacons. They don't have any like gear. This is like 25, 30 years ago. And he finds her. He digs her out, finds her. They say to each other, I'm only going to last another day on this mountain. So the weather better clear because I have 1 day left to live. Otherwise, I'm not going to be too cold. I'm going to die. Long story short, they live, okay? And she's been climbing. I guess my point of my question, would you ever go back?
No.
Would you ever go back to climb a mountain ever again? You got caught in 4 avalanches. Buried alive. Guy found you. And then she said there was some miracle. There was some miracle, and I can't remember what it was. But, it's like the sun shined down and they saw the path or something crazy, like divine intervention saved their life. Would you ever challenge the gods again and go back on the mountain? No. She's done it her whole life.
Yeah, I think people like that
are crazy.
They are. It's like a race car driver that gets in a car accident. He's going to go back out and race. It's the adrenaline. It's what you do. It's what you love. I think I wouldn't go back personally, no.
Would you ever do it to begin with?
Climbing a mountain?
Yeah.
0 chance of that.
Okay. Have you ever gone to the gym and climbed like a fake rock wall?
So here's what I did do. when I was in Egypt, we went to where the
Why were you in Egypt? Tell the story.
that was sightseeing.
No, you weren't. You're full of
was.
stuff.
I was there.
As part of the United States military,
Whatever reason, I was
protecting our country.
and we had some time off, and we visited all these different sites, like the what are those triangle thing called? Pyramids. We saw the pyramids. We saw the Sphinx, and then we went to where the Ten Commandments were, biblically, how it's written in the Bible.
Really?
Yep. And you had an option. You could take a trail up it, or you could climb up this mountain. And we actually climbed up the mountain.
You did.
It was brutal.
To where the Ten Commandments dropped?
Mm-hmm.
And how was it? Was it spiritual?
Extremely spiritual. Changed my life.
Really?
No, but
Yeah, you decided you'd never climb a mountain again.
No, I had never done a rock wall.
Okay.
Finney does them.
He does.
Loves them. But no, there's no interest for me in that.
None for me.
I mean,
You?
Not now. Maybe
I love rock walls.
20, 30
Really?
years ago.
Yeah, I think they're fun. But I would never climb a mountain like that.
You'd never climb a mountain.
No.
So what? If you watch, so I'm watching these. I'm getting some background. Are you
I think
getting?
it's the rain.
Oh wow.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, it's definitely the rain.
Yeah.
What I found to be amazing is these. When I'm walking these, they're walking down these paths, and the paths are like this wide. This is on my show, and they're just talking, and the side of the cliff is like right there. They could easily just fall off and die, which would make for a great iFit segment. Oh, there he goes. Oh,
Ted?
Talio, you'll have to lead now. Right? That's because they're English. I don't know if you picked up on that. So there's another guy. Oh, now it stopped. Did the rain stop?
Nope.
No.
So there goes that theory. So there's a big mystery on Mount. So this whole thing's about Mount Everest. Anyway, this my walk. There's a big mystery about who summited Mount Everest first. Have you guys heard this story?
No.
So it was a guy named Edmund Hillary, and he led an expedition. I believe it was in 1922 or 1924, and he was going to be the first one to summit. His expedition was going to be the first ones to summit Mount Everest. And they got up to like 27,000 feet. I don't know how tall Mount Everest is, but they got up to like 27,000 feet. And him and one other guy, they were going to summit. So they left. And the last time they were seen was at like 28,300 feet. They die on the mountain. Okay. Their bodies are not found. All that's found is one of their like pickaxes. Okay. Of the two guys. In 2000 or 1996 or something like that, they find Edmund Hillary's body on the mountain. Okay, he had a broken leg. His body was pretty well preserved because of the weather, but they had no proof of whether or not he summited, whether or not he was first or not. He had a camera. When he left, he had a camera. They couldn't find the camera. The small piece of evidence that they had, you're going to like this, was they had his wallet. And in his wallet, he always kept a picture of his wife. And he told everybody in his expedition that if I get to the top of Mount Everest, I'm going to leave this picture of my wife on the top of the mountain. The picture was not in his wallet when they found him. Do you think he summited? And he was on it, and he fell on his way back down and died?
Yeah. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah? Root beer?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why else would he go to the effort of taking it out if he didn't make it to the top?
Right.
Well, you could say that he knew he wasn't going to make it, took the picture out, threw it,
Or was looking at her.
and then died.
Right. Looking at it, and then it blew away as he had a broken leg on the side of the mountain. So, a couple of songs that have nudges in them.
Okay.
Okay.
Pump it up.
No. Into the great wide open. I think that's Tom Petty.
Mm-hmm.
That Tom Petty.
Mhm.
Into the great wide open. Right?
Yep.
So the start of the song, if you're listening to the lyrics, essentially he graduates high school, right? He moves and gets a tattoo. He meets a girl that has a tattoo too, right? So because he gets the tattoo, he meets the tattoo girl. That's how I took it. Like, hey, nice tattoo. Hey, nice tattoo. Want a date? Right? That's how I took that. Would you take that?
100%.
That's a nudge, right?
Sure.
Getting the tattoo. Then he meets the girl. The girl has a guitar, right? Teaches him a couple chords, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's in the charts, right?
Right.
Right into the great wide open.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree.
The other one, along the same lines,
Oh, can't wait to hear this one.
Shooting Star, Bad Company.
Okay.
You know, Johnny died one day, died in his bed. You don't know that song?
No.
Oh my God. I'm going to give you the lyrics because it's poetic.
Just play it.
You don't know this song? John, he's a schoolboy. He hears the song, the Beatles song, Love Me Do. Didn't take him long. He got himself a guitar. He used to play every night. Now he's in a rock and roll band. Johnny told his mama, hey, mama, I'm going away. I'm going to make it to the big time. I'm going to be a star someday. You don't know this song?
And he did.
Yeah. And then he gets, he goes to wherever.
Who sings it?
Bad Company.
Bad Company.
Yeah. Then he makes a record, went straight up to #1. Everybody's hearing his song. Then he gets hooked on whiskey and booze. Then he dies.
That's the typical story of a rock star.
Right, but think of all the little nudges in that song.
What is it called?
He hears a Beatles song, likes music. Shooting Star. Don't you know that you are a shooting star?
Oh, okay.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Trying to play it for you.
Yeah. So my point is, there's nudges everywhere. There's little nudges in all these little stories and all these little parts of life. No, boy. Doesn't take too long. So there you go.
Great song.
Great song. You got any jokes over there?
I don't. Not planned.
You don't have any jokes?
I mean, I could scroll, but they're probably all dirty, and I didn't have time to edit.
Oh, what an epic fail.
I know.
All right, I got some jokes.
I know you do.
He was laughing at them.
What was the one you told me one the other day on the treadmill? That was pretty funny.
Was it clean?
No. No.
What do they call a Irishman that sits on the porch? Anybody?
I don't know.
Patio furniture. Every day I wake up, tell my family I'm going to go for a run. But I never go. It's a running joke.
That's good. Oh, I remember the one you told me earlier.
Can you tell it?
No.
Okay. So, son is getting married, and his father reaches out to him and says, "Son, cherish this day. It's a wonderful day. Make sure you enjoy the day. You'll cherish it for the rest of your life." And the son texts back, "Dad, the wedding's tomorrow." And the father says, "I know." Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
So sticking with the married theme.
Have you picked a date yet?
Yeah, have you picked a date?
No.
No. An older gentleman says, I've been married 50 years. 50 years I've been married. Happily married for 50 years. The key is you got to take her out. You got to go on trips. For our 25th anniversary, I brought her to China. For our 50th, I'm going back to get her. These are in honor of you, Root Beer, as you
Thank
as
you.
you begin your journey to marriage. So a young man, high school age, college age, we'll say, college age kid walks into the pharmacy, and he says to the pharmacist, "Hey, I'm heading over to my girlfriend's house and having dinner, and I'm hoping things go well, and I'm hoping I get lucky after dinner." And the pharmacist says, "Okay, why don't you buy a pack of condoms for protection?" So the kid leaves with the condoms. And he comes back and he's got a smile on his face. And the pharmacist says, "What are you doing back here so quickly?" He says, "Well, it just dawned on me that the mom is very attractive as well. Maybe I'll get double lucky." He says, "Well, why don't you buy a couple, some more condoms?" So fast forward, the kid's at dinner with the family, and he's sitting at the table and he's praying. He's just praying over and over again. And the girlfriend says, "Geez, Johnny, I didn't know you were this religious." And Johnny looks up and says, "I didn't know your father was a pharmacist."
Oh, Johnny.
How good is that?
Oh, poor kid.
Oh, man.
Poor kid.
I got one more. I got a couple more. But we're going to keep going with the jokes because I like this one too. So a young boy goes to confession. Young man, teenager, goes to confession, and he says, "Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. I spent some time with some loose girls, and I need you got to forgive me." So the priest says, "Was it Samantha?" And the young man says, "No." And the priest says, "Was it Tammy?" And the young man says, "No." And the priest says, "Was it Teresa?" And the young man says, "No." And the priest says, "Okay, well, you can't be an altar boy for a month and say 3 Hail Marys and 2 Our Fathers." So the young man runs out of the confessional. He goes over his buddy, and his buddy says, What'd you get? He says, 1 month vacation and 3 really good leads. So good. So good. Oh, man. You have no jokes, Keithy?
I don't. It's nothing that can be on the airwaves.
So here's another nudge. I got another nudge for you. And then I'm going to tell 2 stories, and then we're going to cut it, okay? So here's another nudge. There was a young man in Sweden named Elzy Chrysler Segar, Segar, okay? And he, as he was a young boy, there was a guy in town who was born in Poland and then emigrated to America. So I guess this guy wasn't Swedish. I don't know where I got that, but apparently he's in America in 1887. And he used to walk around with a pipe in his mouth and tell the kids young stories about his physical prowess and how strong he was and how spinach was the key to his strength. Well, that man, Elzy Chrysler Segar, was the creator of Popeye, based on that gentleman named Frank Rocky, who was born in Poland and emigrated to the United States in 1887. He was the real-life Popeye.
Interesting.
Yeah. Right? There's a nudge. How about that nudge?
Poor olive oil.
I know.
She got a bad right.
How about this? How about this? 2 more things, because you're not really helping me.
Well, I can
No, forget it.
try reading them.
I'm going to tell you a story about the Hoover Dam that is going to make you go, ooh, wow. Okay, so the Hoover Dam.
I love the Hoover Dam.
Why? Why is that funny? All right, Hoover Dam.
I'm going to tell you a story about the Hoover Dam that's going to make you go, oh, wow.
Okay, just listen to the story. All right, Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
20,000 people to build the Hoover Dam. Enough concrete to pave a road from San Francisco to New York City. Okay?
Yep.
96 people died building the Hoover Dam. 96. They started it in 1922. The first guy that died was a guy by the name of J.G. Tierney. And he died surveying the waters where they were going to start building the Hoover Dam. He drowned, okay, in the water. 14 years to the day of that man's death, the final person died on the Hoover Dam. He fell off a tower. His name? Patrick Tierney, the son of J.G. Tierney. Say it.
Oh, wow.
Right? I told you.
Was that by accident, though?
You think they killed him, like conspiracy theory?
I feel like you've told this story.
I have not ever done
I haven't heard it.
I've definitely heard this story.
Nope, haven't told it. Have not told it. So, I don't know if you heard it. Maybe it was when you were in Egypt climbing walls.
Looking at the triangles.
Yeah, looking at the triangles.
Pyramids are an amazing sight.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
You called them triangles.
I had my mind somewhere else. And
Yeah, I know. I can
Work.
tell.
yeah,
Work.
All right, this is my last
triangles.
nudge story, and then I'm going to end with a quote. Okay?
Yes.
This isn't really a nudge story, but there was a guy that went to Bard College. Okay? He was a drummer. He was in a band. Okay? In Bard College. I don't even know what that is. Bard College. He got thrown out of Bard College because he had a live cow living in his dorm room. Okay? He had a live cow living in his dorm room. He was part of a band, him and his two bandmates. So there were 3 total bandmates. Do you know who that man was?
Do you have a year or anything?
No. You will know him. He's an actor. Very famous. Hasn't really done a lot lately. More like the 80s genre. 70s genre. Used to be on Saturday Night Live too. And this isn't, the fact that it's him isn't the most interesting part.
Dan Aykroyd?
Close. Just that genre. Yeah, that's you're right. You're right around it.
The one, Pesci? Not Pesci, the other one, Belushi.
No. Nope. Want to know?
Please.
Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase got thrown out of Bard College. He was in a band. He got thrown out of Bard College for having a cow in his room. The other 2 band members went on to form the band Steely Dan.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
3. I mean, think of how talented those 3 people are that they found themselves together at Bard College. 2 went on to form Steely Dan. Do you know what Steely Dan is named after? I'm going to leave it to your imagination. Okay? And Chevy Chase went on to be arguably one of the funniest physical comedians out there.
I want to hear more about the cow in the dorm room.
I'll see what I can find on that. I'll see what I can find. And my parting gift, I usually have a story. This is just a quote. It's actually 2 quotes that I think are really, I'm saying them a lot to my son and daughters. The first is, and this is, I think is a great quote, or a great, whatever you want to call it. Star in the role that you are in and work for the role that you want.
I like that.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's great. Who said that?
Joe?
It wasn't Joe Mama. It was,
Never miss an opportunity. I don't know. P. Diddy?
no, I thought it was a famous,
Can't talk about P. Diddy,
P.
right?
Diddy.
Whoa, baby. Oh, by the way, can we
P.
talk?
Diddle.
I know. P. Diddler. Diddler on the roof.
P. Dummy.
Conspiracy theories all over the place with this stupid bridge thing. You guys.
Oh, and I'm a sucker for him. I'm falling right in.
You know what? Call Marlene.
I'm falling right
Call
in.
Marlene.
100%.
CDC stuff was on the boat now.
Yep.
We're not getting
Inside
into it.
job.
Yep.
Yeah, the rudder was turned the wrong way.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have thrown the anchor.
Yep.
I believe it.
Me too.
What did we went over the numbers. How that bridge was as long as the Golden State.
Long as Golden State Bridge. And for local people, it was 6 times as long as the Bourne Bridge. And like 8 times as long as the Sagamore Bridge. That's how long that bridge was.
And the boat that hit it was, I think I saw 650 feet.
749 feet
Okay.
or something like that. taller than the tallest building in Baltimore. So, star in the role you're in, work for the role you want. And the last thing I'm going to leave everybody with is, and this is, I like this one. Don't be upset by the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do.
I can. That came off of.
All my stuff comes off Instagram.
So I both those quotes I saw the guy saying them too. I think they were talking to a class of athletes or something like that.
It was two different people,
Yeah,
but yes.
yep. They're great quotes.
Oh,
Did I ruin it for you?
I mean,
sorry.
a little bit.
Why don't you do me on the parting story then?
No, it's over now.
No,
Podcast is over.
can't end like that.
It's ending.
But no, those two quotes, when I heard them on the Insta, they resonated.
Is it on the Insta or on the gram?
I was on the Insta. You may have been on the gram.
No, I think it's the same thing. It's Instagram.
It's all the same.
It's whatever you want it to be.
All right, out there. So listen, star in the role you're in, work for the role you want, and don't be upset if you don't put the work in and you don't get playing time.
Yeah, you didn't earn it.
Yeah. Like we earned our state championship.
Yeah, we did. Back to back.
Back to back. 2 times. 2. All right. Enough is enough. To all my listeners, I'm sorry for this episode.
It's an amazing episode.
We'll have a guest on next week, I swear to God.
Yeah, send those applications.
Yeah, send your applications in. Maybe you'll be selected. Most of our listeners have already been on.
Those are our friends.
All right, everybody. Keithy, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Danny.
Root beer, as always. Great job. And if anybody needs anything, you know where to reach me. 1-800-888-FLIP. No, that's the wrong number. That should be our number, though. I'm kidding. You know how to reach me because everybody needs a nudge. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.